I don't know if this is going to be loud enough to pick up my voice, though. It's incredibly annoying. Merry Christmas, whatever the fuck that means. Try not to be a Scrooge about it. Christmas has not a fucking thing to do with Jesus. Okay? Wrong holiday and all that shit. Don't even want to get into it. If you don't know Jesus, find him. Find out. Ask Jesus about Jesus. I wouldn't go to the church. Don't let those people tell you nothing. Seriously. What have they done? No, don't. That time is over. They had a period of time they could do some good or not. They all started cults. Every church is a cult. Just a very that's broad spectrum. So what? Real fucking hostile to church because it made some of the most stupidest people ever. Seriously, and I have Christ. I have had the personal experience with some fucking entity, so I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it from none of you motherfuckers. Don't tell me nothing about Jesus. Birthday. What are you celebrating? You have a reason if you are. If you do, that's great. But you're just doing the holiday as they've been done. This is a pagan holiday. There's nothing wrong with pagan holidays. They're great. There's reasons for them. If you want to sacrifice the humans, that's one pagan way to go. But it's not all of them. All the pagans ain't sacrificing babies and eating them. I know that. But some of them are. That's a fact. They're making very powerful drugs out of brain chemicals. And apparently they like that shit. Don't try it. Don't do it. Some drugs are bad. Well, these are in the bad drugs categories. Fentanyl, adrenochrome. Don't do it. Don't. Just don't do it. Just say no. And we get away with that within 2 minutes. Are you light speeding through the religious sports? Nobody wants to talk about religion or politics. And it's like now it took me 45 years to realize why these topics are landmines because people like to argue about dumbass shit they don't know nothing about. Nothing about. The less they know, the more they want to fight. And people are not smart enough to reconcile that yet. Still like kids. Remember how when you were like 14 or something, you thought you knew every fucking thing? You didn't know shit. Sorry, 14-year-olds. You're not fooling anybody. Today's holiday joy is brought to you by running diarrhea. The diarrhea that kills you and your dad. I don't know what's the cause of it, but this is day two of gotta run, gotta run, gotta go. What's the remedy? I don't know. Uh, Run, make it to the can. Don't don't fuck around. Don't pretend you don't need to run to the can. Run. Get there. Get ahead of a line if you're in that sort of shit. Don't shit the britches. There should always be good reasons to celebrate stuff. I'm on board with that. I'm on board with that. I'm just not having any discussions about Jesus anymore with people that don't either they don't think there's anything you can have an experience with, or it's like religion is like the thread on a sweater that's driving me crazy. I want to just start pulling it, get that motherfucking thing off of there. It's like I'm looking at it. It's like you're having something on your face, and you don't know that you've got a big ass piece of hamburger in your mustache, like a big old chunk. And you're walking around with it like everything's honky dory, but you look like an idiot. That's the condition of anybody in church. Most of them, 99%. Some of them have gotten through it in some sort of way, but either they didn't get the cliff notes or understand something real critical. My experience was completely different. I didn't really look for it. What I found from looking, and I looked because I'm a seeker, I want to know the truth. And maybe you can't handle the truth. Maybe you can't. I mean, people at large generally don't like it if they get it. And it triggers their need to inform you shit. I don't want people informing me things that they don't know anything about. It drives me fucking crazy. Insane crazy. Don't fill my brain up. If I got any RAM space to think, I want that. That's the only precious thing I have in the moment I'm living at any time. If you have a detailed analysis of your activities or something you know about, if I don't care about it, I don't want to have to walk that mile with you pretending to care. It's disingenuous. You're violating the part of me that's probably the most vital principle of a being is the part when they don't want to know something or they don't want to be bothered, that they tell you, don't bother me with it. And that's the biggest problem I think people have. They want to tell you all this shit when it's totally unnecessary. I'm not walking that journey with you. The more you crystallate it in the matter and words, the less likely I will go there with you in the way that you're taking me. I don't want to know. If I could get people to stop filling me in useless information I can't do nothing with. It's the one thing I have way too much. You fucking understand me. If I say, I got it, I don't need all that. Honestly, listen and stop. If you can stop yourself, you have become a human being. You're no longer a mind control slave in any way. You don't have to do much. That's all you got to do. If I tell you don't, just stop it. If I hit the brakes, if I slam on the brakes and ask you, it's the most genuine act of love I can do. Because all I can recognize for myself is when I'm there, and I'll get there so easily. Whereas other people, they're not triggerable or whatever you want to call it. I'm celebrating this for this holiday. I'm celebrating it, and I'm leaning into it. I see what it means. I get it. There's more to discover. People start telling me stuff. This is what happens. And I didn't know this didn't happen for other people. Let's just say maybe I had to ask people what's their process. What are you going through? And you think you know because you've just encapsulated what your mind's giving you, and it's not that accurate. I don't care if you're a smart person. Maybe it's closer to accurate. Most people aren't smart, so it's completely not that. It's likely something else. You want to find that out. That's an interesting thing to look into. I would suggest mind control as a topic. I don't know. I don't know. I know what people don't take it more seriously. That there's been a pretty well executed effort to put us under some form of trance. Every motherfucking one of us, every person within earshot of this is in some sort of trance. You've seen jokes about it. There's a lot of different ways other people have tried to suggest this to you. And, they may have killed you for this in the past. That's a fact. There's an effort to get you in a box, some form of box that they just don't let people free range. If you think that's the case, you're crazy or stupid. Maybe a little both. Usually it's a little bit of both. I escaped it. My life's not perfect, and I haven't even been stressing about the things I should be stressing about. I've actively pursued what happens if you don't stress yourself out about things that you're not able to do anything about. Let's just say I'm doing that. Makes no sense. I didn't say it made any sense. I'm saying the body responds a lot better to you not pressurizing yourself max to things that there's not a solution or an activity that can be uh, done. No shit. No shit. Your body. I don't feel like a prisoner of my body. I feel like I and my body are connected somehow. I'm not my body. Plenty of research suggests this may be the case. I don't know where you're at, but I believe in things that I don't know nothing about yet. In a way, my humanness can either tell you about or bring home in the way that we're used to doing it. Heaven's not real, not the way that you had been told. There's no place with a gate. None of that's going on. Hell is partially real to some degree, but it's a mind state. You don't need your body for that. Your mind can completely imagine it for you and put you there, and will because if you're sick and fucked up, you will be recuperated. You can bet that. It may take hundreds of years, maybe thousands if you're a real piece of shit. I don't know. It doesn't sound like a great place. And there's so many of those hell worlds, realms. There are other realms. Some are better. Some are way better. This one's tough. Earth is tough. Because what do you know on Earth? You don't know shit. You don't remember nothing. Now, some of you have a good indication and some strong, strange belief that you didn't just arise out of this shit. This is not your first go round. How do I do to win you people over? If you know something about something enough to believe it, you're on a better path than the atheist type, who psychologically is a lot more sick. Studies have suggested. I wouldn't even want it to know. I'm not concerned because if you don't believe in anything else, I mean, what can you even do? What's capable for you? Just the material realms, physics shit. That's very sad. Makes me cry. Fuck baby Jesus and his tears. These make me tears. These make my baby Kelly cry. Oh, sad face. It's a sad face. I'm having this marijuana for breakfast. I'm attempting to make some sort of tea to drink. I am very thirsty. I can't get satisfied drinking out of the water. Probably because the water filtration device I use needs to have regular filter changing, which broke poor nigger me. I have said poor nigger me. Pardon me if you've got virgin ears. I don't like using that word. I also don't like editing myself when, but I talked to my friend Victor last night. I don't know what's his problem. It's probably living in the city and then self-censoring, but every word that come out of his drunken mouth was nigger. I'm like, what is wrong with you? It's like you make my roommate go to bed. I can't even have you, you know. This is one of the horrors of speakerphone. Don't do that to people. Don't make people listen to your conversations. If you can actively keep it. And some of the speakerphones are way too good, whereas your phone may not be good at all. I don't know. I'm overly conscious of my conversations. I don't want to have them. I don't. Not with everyone. It seems rude because it is rude. To some degree it is. But if you can take your feet off and kick that shit off, you might be the person that can do that and it'd be all right. There's special cases. But there's too much nuance and dumb shit. You can't read people. If you can't read, if you don't read them, then just ask. Some people your fucking psychicness or your be knowing don't work on because they don't have a model beyond the physical body that's operational. They may not make it. I don't know what to tell you. It's people are interesting. I love people. They fascinate me. I don't know what's going on here. Seems like a whole. It's like a mixture of people who got bodies. You can't just get into your body. Your body's got to somehow match something about you. They don't clone shit. Clones don't live. It, advanced science. And don't have babies without having the baby. Don't fall for that, ladies. Those things that will be your kids that grow in the pods, they'll end up murdering you. My bet is they murder you and us, the rest of us. So don't do it. Your baby, if you didn't hug your baby and let it lay on your chest, your babies die. The babies die. Another fucking science miracle people don't fucking get. There's a miracle going on here and it's eluded everyone. If you try to remote view it, you'll be actively attacked. This is what the remote viewers say. Because there's a few questions that are really good, and if you ask them, you say, "Well, let's the remote view and have a look." Well, if you have a look on this, you'll be attacked by things that can attack you. You can't just remote view any old thing. Aliens got that shit locked up. They're watching you. They know you're in there and you're looking at what they're doing. They start looking at you like, "Hey, they're remote viewing us. Well, let's kick its ass." They'll fuck you up. You might not make it back to your body, motherfucker. So just be careful in what you do. Aliens. Aliens.